About to review a film. A film, folks. A movie. I've been getting really into this series lately. I've never seen any of them. But, you might be wondering, uh-oh, not again. Terminator Salvation. Never seen the Terminator movies before. I've never seen them. All of them, any of them, until recently. I watched 1, 2, and 3, I think, over the last week or two. And now I watched Terminator 4. They dropped the numbers. You ever hate these series that it's like Terminator 1, Terminator, The Terminator. Then you got Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and it doesn't take place on Judgment Day, right? And then you got Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. And then you got Terminator 4? No, Terminator Salvation. What the fuck? Anyway, Terminator Salvation is a good fucking movie. I was so into this movie. As always, I was watching while under the influence of tetrahydrocannabinol. And this movie I thought was great. This is the first movie in the Terminator series that is set like in the future after Judgment Day, right? And I find it very interesting as well, like in the timeline, not only of the films, but the timeline of the release of these films, right? And so Terminator 1984, right, takes place in 1984. We get a couple like scenes of like what the future might look like, but it takes place in 1984, right? And then you have Terminator 2, released in 1991, takes place in 1991, right? And again, you get a couple of scenes of like future John Connor and stuff, right? And then you have Terminator 3, which I don't remember. Were there any like future scenes? I'm not sure, actually. But Terminator 3, released in 2003, takes place in 2003, right? And I think that's interesting, right? Like there's such a huge gap in between each movie. So like 2 and 3 is like what, 11, 12 years? And so then you have Terminator Salvation. We're finally in the fucking future. Imagine watching The Terminator in 1984. And you have to wait until 2009 to get into the fucking future, my friends. What is taking so long? Anyway, so Terminator Salvation. A lot of people told me that this movie would be bad. A lot of people that were wrong. So we got Christian Bale as John Connor. I thought he did a good job. And then we got like a new Terminator who's like some guy that was on death row and then he was turned into a Terminator. I loved that plotline, to be honest. I thought it was really, really good. I thought the character was good. I love the redemption bullshit. I thought it was all really good. And again, the thing about this movie and maybe this is why it wasn't done earlier, like more future stuff, is there's a lot of CG in this movie. Because, again, it's 2009, we're in the era of Transformers. There's a lot of big robots, CG, giant robots shooting their guns. But it all looks pretty good. It's not like the T-1000 morphing into the floor in Terminator 2. Like, that is some vintage CG action right there. But, again, this movie was good. I love the post-apocalypse stuff, like looking like Fallout, when, like, young Kyle Reese, is, wandering around LA and there's, like, the buildings that are blown apart. And then I love all that. Like, the post-apocalypse, they did a really, really, really good job with the post-apocalypse stuff. I thought it was great. And I love that this movie, now I don't know about 5 or 6. I've heard other things about 5 and 6 not being so great. But so far, 1 through 4, I'm in. The first 4 Terminator movies, so far, I like them all. I think 1 and 2 are equally as good in different ways. 3 is worse, and I think 4 and 3 maybe are equivalent in quality, but in different ways, right? But I do think tier-wise, 1 and 2 is a tier above 3 and 4. But anyway, I love that the timeline here, like the story was like saving young Kyle Reese, who is, of course, the main character in Terminator 1. I just love the wraparounds. That's the other thing I like about these movies so far, 1 through 4. They have a consistent loop timeline where everything in all 4 movies are consistent with each other when it comes to the time travel mechanics, the timelines, etc. Right? I just think it's cool as hell. I'm really into this series. And, I'm going to watch Terminator 5 and 6. I don't know where I can watch them. But I've heard, I heard that Terminator 4, this one was not good either. So anyone that says that, I think is dumb. But, you know, again, I don't know what's going on with Terminator 5 and 6. I was reading a little bit on the trivia, and Terminator 4, this one was supposed to be like the start of a new trilogy with Christian Bale, but like that didn't end up happening, so I don't know. One of my favorite parts in this movie was where they had like, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it was someone that looks like him, like a young Arnold. When they're at the Skynet facility and John Connor's fighting like a young Arnold lookalike, I thought that was really cool because it's like a prototype version of like the Terminators that were sent back in time to kill his mother and to kill him, or whatever. Like, you know what? I guess they didn't kill him in 2 and 3, but you know, anyway, it's a good movie. I enjoy Terminator Salvation. As far as a series of films go, the first 4 Terminators I think are really, really good. I think, again, 1 and 2, they have that vintage classic quality. And I might say that Terminator 1 is my favorite just because of the music. The music, the soundtrack in Terminator 1, it's a banger. It's a 10 out of 10, right? I thought the music in that movie was just phenomenal. Terminator 2 went for a more campy kind of thing, which is still good, but I think Terminator 1 and 2 are really great. Terminator 3 and 4 are good follow-ups that are worth watching. I don't know about 5 and 6. But again, another thing to note is this movie was PG-13, right? I don't know why they're turning like action franchise into like a PG-13 thing. I guess the only thing is sacrifice artistic integrity for money. But anyway, I'm in. Terminator 4, I'm in. I'm excited to see what's going on with Terminator 5 or Terminator 6. But I don't know where I can stream them. I haven't checked that yet. But anyway, I mean, Terminator 4 is a good movie. I really don't know. Like, it's just fun to watch. Like, it's visually entertaining. I love the young Kyle Reese storyline. I love the new Terminator thing. You know, it's just like, it's all really fun. It's fun stuff. I enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then, go fuck yourself. So there you go. Terminator Salvation, I rate it good. And there you go. So it appears that 87% of the users have voted